Khabib has gone from champion to troll in record time. I mean, I got to tell you, the things that Khabib is doing on social media to troll the fans, these are normally things that I would love. I mean, these are normally things that I would look at. I look at how many engagements there are, how many likes, how many retweets, and I go, wow, you did a great job. It's just a little bit bizarre because the one thing that Khabib's image and character is based on, and one of the reasons that people love him so much, is he is a man of his word. He doesn't play around. Khabib doesn't find this funny. You say you want to fight him, send me location, right? I mean, this is a Khabib-ism. Send me location is a Khabib-ism to the highest of levels. It's right up there with Conor McGregor and who the fook is that guy. Like, it's one of these things that if you're within the vernacular of the space, you know exactly what send me a location means, and you know what fook means. And Khabib has now done a photo where he's with Lorenzo Fertitta, and he tags Dana in it, send me the location. Now, if you're to juxtapose that with Khabib, who is well known as a man of his word, that means he's going to fight. Period. Send me the location, Dana, means I accept the fight. So if Khabib doesn't accept the fight, you see the problem here, right? When a guy leaves the sport, all he's got is his legacy. He has nothing else. He's not going to build anything else. Khabib left intact, not only with the title, with a beautiful record, with a huge popularity in a certain part of the world, but he also left known as a man of his word. And his word as of today through social media is that he's going to fight. And you can try to run that back all you want. You can try to spin that all that you want. Khabib saying, send me the location means I'm going to fight. But I have a feeling that he's not going to fight. I love the fact that he's trolling. I love anybody that can stay out of the ring and stay in people's headlines. They're doing something very good, but this one's starting to get a little bit confusing. I got multiple questions on it, right? And some of it would be none of my business, but in all fairness, doesn't mean I don't have a question. Why is he in Las Vegas? If the entire reason that he retired was some kind of a tribute and homage to his family, his mother specifically, and she's in a village in Dagestan, why is he even in Las Vegas? Which, by the way, it seems like he's a lot of places that aren't Dagestan lately. Seems like where in the world is Khabib Nurmagomedov? I'll tell you where he's not. He's not at home. That's where he's not. Between San Jose, multiple trips to Las Vegas, fight. I don't even know this guy or know what his schedule is, but I know all the things that I just said to be true. The fame that you get from fighting is a drug. One thing that fighters are doing now, and they're not doing it to be polite. They're doing it because the drug has gone away, which is they're now giving a statement. This is after they lose. After they lose, has made a statement. They're not giving a statement as a way of bringing closure to the match. That's what the referee raising the hand and Bruce Buffer did. They're giving it because that drug that was the match and gave them a high and got them attention is now gone. And I'm sharing this as somebody who went through it. You will be so desperate for post-fight depression is very real. You will be so desperate for post-fight attention that you will then turn to social media as the absolute lowest form of receiving the commodity that is the drug that is fame. And to watch a champion of the world who could headline a pay-per-view, who at once upon a time they built an arena for, this is a special guy, Khabib. Khabib does not need the fame of the drug of social media. And by the way, he's going to start messing his message up. If little old Chael sitting here in Westland, I don't know Khabib. I watch Khabib. I don't know him. But if even I can identify that he's everywhere in the world except for home, and staying home and being with X, Y, and Z is the entire thing that is predicated on the retirement, it starts to get a little weird. How many meetings are you going to have? And by the way, have all the meetings that you want. Are you doing them by Skype? Are you doing them by Zoom? Okay, good. Good. The kids are in the backyard. Great. The dog's okay. Mom's upstairs. What are you doing? I don't have to have an answer to this question. I'm not even owed an answer to the question. I'm an observer watching this play out. And I got a guy who's a man of his word and has been from Jump Street, just said he's going to fight. This will be the first time that Khabib's integrity is ever called into question. Khabib said today to Dana White and publicly, I'm going to fight. Don't try to play a game with me on send me the location. Send me the location has a definition with it. It's got entire history behind it. It's got entire timeline behind it. It's something that Khabib could trademark, for heaven's sakes, and win in a court of law. Truly. Truly and literally. He says he's going to fight. He said it today. Not only is he going to fight, just pick the location and send it to me. He says he's ready to go. Now, if I juxtapose that against something he put out earlier in the week, which is him in San Jose, he also said how nice it is to be here, not having to train and not worrying about weight. And that's a head scratcher too, man. God bless him and everything that they've done for the team. Is Khabib the coach of the team or not? I mean, that whole thing is a weird paradox that I don't think anybody will ever be able to explain. You have a team from Dagestan who does not speak English, who comes over here, sleeps 6 deep in a hotel room to get training with a coach who doesn't speak the language that they speak. Oh, and by the way, the returning champion of the world, the principal of this story, Khabib himself, is allegedly now their coach. Well, sounds like now you've got everything that you need. You had a facility built for you in Dagestan. We know that because there's a beautiful tour done, and the government helped to fund it. Putin himself, by the way. We now have a coach of the team who inherited from his own father. And you have the members of the team, but they're all getting in a plane and they're all going to San Jose. This is just weird. This doesn't make any level of sense. What do you think they have in San Jose? I mean, this reminds me of the guy that went to Harvard and wants you to be impressed with his education. What, do you think they got some goddamn golden book at Harvard that I can't go check out at the public library right here in West Lynn? Right? It's one of these very bizarre things. So if a guy retires predicated on the idea of spending time with his family, I don't even know him, and I know he's everywhere in the world but there, it starts to get a little bit weird. And now the troll has put out that he's going to fight. I am holding him to that personally. I will hold him to that standard. When I talk about Khabib behind his back, I say very beautiful things, but I also say that he is a man of his word who's never done anything that he said that he wouldn't do, or vice versa. He now said he's going to fight. Period. I'm interested to see how this story is going to play out. I'm interested in a champion is now a troll. I'm interested in a guy who could headline pay-per-views, is now so incumbent for some kind of attention that he's on Instagram in the first place. But this is what a child does. A child acts out with bad behavior to get some level of attention. The guy that comes out and tells you he's going to retire, he never meant he was going to retire, except for the ones that actually did it in the cage. They never meant it. Anybody that goes in the media and talks about this could be my last one, they don't mean it. They're like a child. They want you to come and go, oh, no, but we really need you. Oh, but there's so much for you to do here. I'm all for playing the game. I think he's earned the right, but I give a damn. If I'm going to continue going around talking about this is a man of his word, I'm going to hold him to his word. And Khabib, you just said you're going to fight.